and we're back to another session of Christmas crafts. Today we'll be talking about making your own homemade Christmas wreaths. You can make them using a variety of items and they're quite easy to make, and they're also a lot cheaper than buying them in the shops, and then you can custom make them to how you like them. So how we start is, my husband's will come in and show you some of the things. So you can use whatever you want on side. These are some polar bears. I got these in a pack of 3 for £1. Also, it's really good to use stuff from nature because it's free. These are pine cones. I got loads of these in the autumn, sort of October time, where we went out picking them, and we've used them for a whole host of crafts. At the same time, we also got conkers and acorns. Obviously, if you are picking them outside though, make sure that it's somewhere that you've got permission, and if children are doing it, make sure you all wash your hands thoroughly afterwards. You can use your standard balls, whatever size you want, whatever colours you want. You can tie into themes. I've also got some orange peel. I've got this in a big pack off the internet, which are quite good for putting on the wreaths for a sort of Christmassy feel to stuff. To make my wreaths, you start off with this, which is the frame. I got them on a pack of 8, so individually they worked out roughly about £1.50. What I then did was got these in big pack, and then you wind them round and glue them and carry on till you finish all the way round. Using your trusty glue gun. This is essential for making these sorts of wreaths. Obviously, if you're using your glue gun, you need to supervise children because the glue gun can get very hot. So this is more for sort of older children, I would say 7+. Obviously, it depends a lot on the type of child. But if you've got younger children that you're doing with, I can show you different types of ways that you can make wreaths slightly later. So, as I say, you just carry on wrapping it round, and then you stick on what you want. So the person I've made this for, we've got a poinsettia, fake poinsettia leaf, and then we've got a robin which I've glued on. There's some pine cones that I picked. These are just some bits of twig, and then some of the balls. Also, these are just Christmas decorations that I've stuck on. And if you look at this one, again, it's your pine cones and your fake apples, which I got in a pack of about 4 or 6, again for about £1. These are just sweet candy sticks that you get in a massive bag very cheaply. These are your polar bears. So basically you can just use whatever you want and alter them to who you're giving them to. So a bit later on we'll zoom in on one. Here's another one I've done. If you look at this one, we've used some buttons here. Also on this one, rather than the green twigs, for this one I found a long sheet of the green holly, fake holly, like a big tinsel thing, so that was slightly easier to wind round. So that is something that you could look out for with children. Here's one more that I've done. Again, this person I'm giving it to likes dogs, so I've managed to find some little dogs that I've stuck on there. And this one is a little bit different. It's complete wreath, is all balls, different sizes, different colours. One tip I would give for making a wreath is don't try and do things symmetrical, because with these I find doing a random pattern is much better, because if you had like a poinsettia here and poinsettia there, if it doesn't hang quite right, it just looks a bit odd. So I would say don't try and make them look symmetrical, just try and make a random pattern. Also, what I'm now going to do is turn off the lights. I will focus in on my wall a little bit later so you can see, but what you can also see is I've got some lights that I've intertwined into my wreath. So what you do is try and hide the wires as discreet as possible in amongst bits, and I have glued certain bits where I've had to. Again, these were just £1 for a pack of 8. You can get all sorts of different ones, and as again we'll zoom on to some on my wall later on. So that's those. If we turn the light back on, you can see that they're all just wound round, and I've tried to hide them as discreetly as possible. On the back, what I've done is I've also glued on the battery pack so that it doesn't show, but what you need to do is make sure that you glue the right side, because you want to make sure that you can change your batteries. Now these are really good because they can be used year after year, or what you can do as well if you get a bit bored is make one and swap one with a friend so that you've got a different one next year. Now what I was mentioning earlier was to use the glue gun on this sort of wreath is a bit tricky, and it's a bit more of a craft for adults or sort of slightly older children or teenagers. But if you've got toddlers, you can do a wreath something like this. You can either buy the template or you could just make it. You don't have to use, this is actually a foam one, but you don't have to use foam. You could use a paper plate and colour it green. So there's all sorts of different stuff that you can do. So that sort of thing is more appropriate for toddlers. And this one again was £1, and this is just a pre-made one that comes with tinsels on it. And then, as I say, you can then stick whatever you want on it. If it's for children and you don't want them using glue gun, you can use like PVA glue or other glue. It's just something like Prick Stick is probably not going to work. Okay, as you see, for children, you could also do something simple. I've just picked up a big tub of foam shapes that just peel off. So you could just let the children free with these, peel off the back. So I've not done a very good job of that one. And then you could just do some sort of random design like this. And they can just do it for whatever they want. And that's a very simple wreath for kids. Okay. These are the wreaths hanging on my fireplace. As you see, they look lovely, all lit up. I put some string around the top so you can hang them up. You can either hang them up on nails, or you can hang them on your window handles. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this and it's given you some inspiration. As I say, do whatever you want. It does look particularly nice if you use the fairy lights. Try and hide them the best you can so that you don't see the wires. Be careful if you're using a glue gun. And as I say, just have fun with it. Do join me again, because I'll be doing more Christmas crafts over the next few weeks. And let me know what you think of it. Thank you very much.